Craig, Stevie, Seb here in the ESPN FC studios. Guys, ESPN FC has just released its rankings of the top 50 players in the World Cup, and today we're going to be focused on young midfielders. That's right, Federico Valverde, Pedri, and Jude Bellingham. There we see their rankings according to the ESPN FC top 50, along with some stats as well. I mentioned Craig and Stevie are here. Gab Marcotti is with us as well. Guys, as we think of these three players, who do you think's poised for the best World Cup? Craig, I'll start with you.
I mean, the big question is how much game time will Bellingham get? Because it depends on the system and how Southgate sets up, and he's generally very loyal to guys that have played well for him in big tournaments. Valverde, I think rightly, is the highest ranked in that 50, but I wonder if Pedri, because of Spain, I wonder if Pedri will have the biggest impact.
Because you put Spain ahead of Uruguay.
Although I don't see Spain winning it, yeah, I'm going to say Pedri.
Yeah,
for that reason.
I think if you look at where Pedri plays in the engine room right in the middle of the park, and you think of how Spain play, and regardless of the opposition, you know they're going to have a huge amount of possession, and so he has to be the one that, at the very least, you know, number one is definitely going to play, but is going to be on the ball more than the other two, I would suggest. And the fact of the ability that he does have, and how good he is, and what an impact he can have, you'd have to go for Pedri, because you know he's going to have the ball at his feet. And of the three of them, if somebody said to me, which one do you want the ball at their feet the most, I would say Pedri, as good as the other two are.
Gab, we got 2 votes in studio for Pedri. You want to make it 3?
No, respectfully dissent, because the question is about this World Cup, and I think, you know, you look at who's in the best shape going into the World Cup. It's probably Valverde of the 3, Bellingham too, but my issue with Bellingham is the same as Craig's. I just don't know how are England going to play. How many meaningful minutes is he just going to, you know, sit in front of the back 3 and run around with Declan Rice tackling people? So for that reason, I'm going to lean Valverde, but I do think Pedri has a far higher ceiling than the other two. It's just that, you know, maybe the start of this season hasn't been on a par of where he was a year ago. But obviously still so young, you know, you are going to have those ups and downs.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.